The husband in a family is a dharmic person. He is God fearing and he earns money in a dharmic way. He does not cheat others, he does not take bribe. He's a very dharmic person, but he earns very less. So in the family, the wife is forcing the husband. The wife is saying, see the next neighbor, how they are spending their life. They have lot of money. See, he's taking bribe. His wife tells me that he's taking bribe. Why can't you take bribe? Why can't we earn another 30, 40,000? Just because you are a good person, will the world become a better place? Will the government will become proper? You must also take bribe so that see our children can wear better clothes. We can eat better food. We can go outside. We can plan for vacation. All these things the wife is telling to husband, and the wife is forcing the husband, if you are not doing this, I am not going to talk to you. If you are not taking bribe and earning properly, I am going to leave to my mother's house. I will not be with you. I want to apply divorce. All these things the wife is doing. So in this case, after this kind of sheer torture and mental pressure, the husband, if he takes bribe and if he earns money by adharmic way, by illegal way, will the punishment be given by Paramatma to both husband and wife equally or not? This is a question. Of course, I cannot answer on behalf of Paramatma, but based on a little knowledge, whatever I have gained from my Acharya and Maharishi's books, I can tell you that, see, we must understand, my Acharya uses a word always, Swatantrata hi karta. Karta jo hai, swatantra hai. Karta means the person who does the karma, who does the kriya. And karta is pratama vibhakti in Sanskrit. When we understand vibhakti, every vibhakti can impact our life in a very, very depth manner. So the pratama vibhakti speaks about karta, and then Patanjali Muni says swatantra karta. The karta is swatantra, he is having his own freedom. So in this case, the freedom of doing action is with the husband. He can listen to his wife and he can put arguments and he can convince his wife and he can say that I cannot do this, this is against dharma, this is against Vedas, this is against Rishi Muni's advices, so we will not do this. Let us be poor, let us live life with whatever we are earning. I understand that I cannot give you more sukh, but this is how we must live. This is, even if we live like this, next janma nishreyas abhyudaya sukh, will get all this sukh. These are all advices of Rishi Muni. The husband can advise to the wife. On the other hand, without using his judgment, without using the knowledge of the Vedas and Dharma, he was a dharmic fellow, but he did not apply that Dharma, and then he decides to take bribe. In this case, the Swatantra Vyakti is the Karta, he is the person who takes the bribe. So the punishment of God for taking the, although it is the convincing power of wife is very superior here, but the person who takes the bribe is the husband. So he will take bribe, he will earn money illegally, the money will come to the family, they will all enjoy in this janma, no problem. In the next janma, who gets more punishment? The husband gets more punishment. Of course, wife will anyway get, see, because she is having adharmic thinking, she is not understanding dharma. But the question here is, the husband is a dharmic fellow, right? Wife does not have knowledge. My Acharya used to give a very good example. Brahman agar galti karte hain, yogi, if he does mistake, yogi will get 100% punishment from Paramatma. Why? Because Paramatma says to yogi that you are a Brahman, you are a Rishi, why you did this mistake? And if the same mistake is done by a Shudra Vyakti, Unpad Vyakti, the punishment is 1/4. My Acharya used to say, that is why yogis must be more careful, yogis should not do mistake. So this is a very, very important advice which we must understand. If the husband is a dharmic fellow, if the husband has the knowledge of dharma, knowledge of the Vedas, and then he commits the crime because of the force from the wife, he is responsible for the karma. He will get the maximum punishment by Paramatma. And all of us, I'm also a husband. This kind of situation comes in our family life that, we don't have money, we don't have proper money to feed our children also. And in that case, we get tempted, okay, let me do this business. Like, the other day, the one person was asking me, right? I started a part-time business with Swiggy. and in Swiggy I had to deliver non-veg food. Is it dharmic or adharmic? Will this money help me in doing dharma, or will it help me? No, this money is adharmic. And you have a decision to stop earning that money. But the moment you understand, just stop it. And then do prayaschit. Prayaschit does not mean that Paramatma will give us forgive. He will not forgive. Prayaschit means Paramatma se prarthana hum karte hain that hey Paramatma, number one, give me power to bear the punishment what you are giving. Number two, I am accepting the punishment whatever you will give for my adharmic deeds. And number three, I am taking sankalp that I will not do this sin again in my life. This is called as prayaschit, right? So in this case, the husband is responsible for this karma. Wife is not responsible. Wife can be, because wife is already unpad. Does not have any knowledge. Even though the wife says, suppose the husband takes a stand that I will not do it. Whatever, you go to your mother's house, you take my children to your mother's house, you give me divorce, I will not do this karma. If the husband says this, takes this stand, then obviously, and the husband is a dharmic person, and where Paramatma will start supporting him. So this we must understand. Anyway, these are all my suggestions. I may be wrong, but I do not know the family situation. But when we have this kind of pressure, sheer pressure of benchmarking other people's life and our life, and because my life is not good in comparison with others, let me earn money by bribery, and me taking bribe is nothing is going to happen to this world. The government, anyway, government officers are taking bribe. These things are not acceptable in the eyes of Paramatma. Wrong is wrong, even if the king does it, it is wrong. So that we must understand. So this is number one question. Number two, a very, very beautiful question, very important question is, Shankaracharya ji has written about Vedanta, and Shankaracharya ji has proved from Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra was written by Vyas Muni, and Shankaracharya has clarified that there is only one Paramatma, only Brahma exists, there is nothing else exists. So, but Vyas Muni and Shankaracharya has confirmed this Vedanta. How you can say that Vedanta is wrong? So I have made several videos on this subject. I got one more very, very beautiful sutra of Vyas Muni. See, Vyas Muni has written Bhashya of Patanjali Maharishi's Yoga Darshan, right? The problem is the people who read Brahma Sutra never reads Vedanta and never reads Patanjali Yoga Darshan. Why? Because they know Patanjali Yoga Darshan openly, like each and every sutra of Patanjali Yoga Darshan supports Vedic Traitavad. Brahma Sutra also openly supports, but the problem is Brahma Sutra, before reading Brahma Sutra, people have to read Mimamsa. To understand Brahma Sutra, we must understand Mimamsa first. That's why when you read Satyartha Prakash, Maharishi says very, very important statement in Satyartha Prakash first chapter. He says, the first book anybody has to read is Mimamsa. And Mimamsa is the most complicated text, means in terms of the sheer size of the sutras. It has like 14-15 volumes of books, big books I have seen in Mimamsa. So Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati says, if you want to understand Vedas, Darshanas, Shastras, Upanishads, the first book you must read is Mimamsa. Why? Mimamsa only will guide you how to interpret Rishi's words. If you have the knowledge of Mimamsa, you can interpret Rishi's words properly. That's why we must read Mimamsa first. The problem with the Neo-Vedantists, I don't want to comment about Shankaracharya. There are many theories of Shankaracharya that, Shankaracharya was given poison, he was killed, and then the books written by Shankaracharya were not really written by him. It is in that just the name is his name. All those stories are there. I've made videos. You can go through my channel. But the reality is, Mimamsa, the Vedantis, the current Veda, like Swami Sarvapriyananda ji or his followers or Ramakrishna Paramahansa followers, these people will not support Purva Mimamsa. They will support only Uttara Mimamsa, which is Brahma Sutra. This is wrong. You must understand Darshanas in a whole. So one more proof I got. Vyas Muni has commented Patanjali Yoga Darshan. In the sutra number 23 sutra is a very, very important sutra. Ishwar Pranidhana Dva. The sutra is only this much. Ishwar Pranidhana Dva. And after writing this sutra, Vyas Muni speaks about who is Ishwar, all those things. So Vyasmuni has commented, done Bhashya of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and after 23rd Sutra, 24th Sutra comes. And before 24th Sutra, there is a Avatarinika written by Vyasmuni. Avatarinika means Bhumika. Bhumika means why the next Sutra comes. That's called as Avataranika or Bhumika in Sanskrit. So in the Bhumika, before coming to 24th Sutra, 24th Sutra is written by Maharishi Patanjali. But for explaining 24th Sutra, Vyasmuni has to write a context or preface or Bhumika. And he has written a Bhumika, Avataranika, Atha Pradhana Purusha Vyatiriktah Ko Ayam Ishvaro Nameti. Atha Vyasmuni writes, Pradhana Purusha Vyatiriktah. Pradhana means Prakriti. Purusha means Jivatma. Similarly, Sankhya says Prakriti Purusha. Here it says Pradhana Purusha. Pradhan means Prakriti. The Mool Tattva from which the entire universe is made, the basic raw material is called as Pradhan. That Pradhan means Prakriti, Jad Tattva. Pradhana Purusha Vyatiriktah. Iske Vyatiriktah means iske alawa. Apart from Pradhan and Purusha, apart from Jivatma and Prakriti, Ko Ayam Ishvaro Nameti. What is this name? Because you have written a sutra, Ishvara Pranidhana Dva. Who is this Ishwar? What is Vyatiriktah? Alava. Apart from these two entities, you are now introducing a third entity called Ishwar. Who is that? Ko Nameti. Ye kaun hai? Who is this Ishwar? And who is always separated from Pradhan and Purush? Who is always, another entity other than Pradhan and Purush. So this proves, this is a statement of Vyasmuni. And then the sutra comes, Klesha Karma Vipaka Ashaya Aparamrishtah Purusha Vishesha Ishwaraha. Then Ishwar mein Aparamrishtah. Ishwar does not have Klesha in him. Ishwar does not have Karma in him. Ishwar does not have Vipak in him. Ishwar does not have Ashaya. Karma Ashaya means Vasana Rupi Sanskar. Ishwar does not have Klesh, he does not have Karma means here, he does not do Adharma Karma, and he does not have any Vipak he does not have any result of the deeds, and he does not have any Vasanas in him. And that Aparamrishta means Bhut Bhavishya Vartaman. In the past tense, in the present, in the future, he does not have any relation with these four things. That entity who is apart from Jivatma and Prakriti, who does not have any relation with these four, is called as Ishwar, says Patanjali Maharishi. So this proves, why I said that this statement, this proves Ata Pradhana Purusha Vyatiriktah. So Pradhan is one entity which is Prakriti, Purush is one entity which is we Jivatmas, all of us are Jivatmas, and third one is Ishwar, Paramatma is one entity who is always separated from Pradhan and Purush. So this means this world is not Parabrahmam. This entire universe is not Parabrahmam. This universe is made from Pradhan. And we are living in this universe. We are Purush, we are Jivatmas. And who is governing, who is creating the world? Ishwara. Who is governing this universe? Ishwara. This is called as Vedic Traitva. Exactly opposite to the Neo Vedanta. And Brahma Sutra also very clearly says, in the first 5 sutras only we can, even in the 3rd sutra we can clarify. I made several videos, you can go through my playlist Neo Vedanta. Within the first 3 sutras we can clarify this entire truth. I will try to make more videos on Brahma Sutra also going ahead. I hope you understood. This is a statement of Vyasmuni. Pradhan Purusha Vyatiriktah Ishwaraha. Vedic Traitavad is established by Vyasmuni in the Patanjali Yoga Darshan also. But problem is, people like the present Swamijis, Swami Sarvapriyanandaji, Swami Vivekanandaji's follower, they never refer to Purva Mimamsa, they never refer to Yoga Darshan. They all say the Yoga Darshan, no, not needed. This Darshan, not needed. Mimamsa, not needed. Only Brahma Sutra is enough. Why? Because they are able to misinterpret Brahma Sutra, other sutras they are unable to misinterpret. So this we must be very cautious. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.